Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Prison Architect. Let me remind you, this is sponsored by Prison Architect. You can pick it up on Steam. Please take this as, it's at the, pardon me, the link in the video description below. Also, please take this as entertainment rather than honest critique, as this is sponsored, but I do like Prison Architect as well, but you don't necessarily have to believe me saying that, because I am getting paid to play it. But this is, it's kind of a weird setup, because this is the last sponsored video, but I'm gonna keep playing the game. So the series is kind of sponsored, but this is the last video. That's, you know, you get the idea. I'm attached to this prison, basically, is what I'm getting to right now. It looks like maybe that pipe's not getting water. So I apologize for the fact that a couple episodes went up in the wrong order as well. They've been renamed and reorganized, so it should be fine now. Okay, so we're not letting in new inmates. We have to finish... Pardon me? Where did he escape to? I just saw the tunnel. Where's he going? Where is he? Was there an escape or did we just discover a tunnel? Maybe we just discovered a tunnel? Because I don't see any prisoners running away. We'll probably want to handle that, if I had to guess. Why are these not working again? They're not enclosed. There's no canteens accessible from this cell. Okay, so we still need to build out the foundation that's going to allow the prisoners to get in through here. I forgot that we still had a little bit of workmen to go here. The last episode ended up being kind of long as a result of us building this enormous cell block. But this enormous cell block is what's going to allow us to have a profitable prison, which, you know, may be your #1 priority or may not be your #1 priority, depending on the way that you're choosing to play the game, and that's okay too. Right now, it's free time at 7 a.m. These guys just hanging out. Food hasn't technically been served yet, but they are eagerly awaiting it. And as long as everybody gets fed, we haven't had riots in a little while, although we did have like an escape attempt right there. Literacy is a problem, so I guess probably after we get this cell block going, we'll probably want to look at things like schools. What the heck happened here? I may not be a clever man, but I really do not think that there should be a bulldozed wall there on the side of the cell block. That's kind of a pivotal thing in order to ensure, you know, like having 4 walls is pretty much like stage 1 of making a prison, I think. Why are you dumping this rubble, dog? They're cracking up all sorts of walls here for seemingly no reason. Maybe I accidentally, like, queued up a demolish or something here. I will admit, you know, it's nice, I guess, that they have an easy door that they can walk into. It's not meant to be like that, but that's okay. Oh, it's because there's a jail door here? Oh, you know why? I remember now. I mistakenly used the clone tool improperly in the last episode. Dismantle? This bad boy right here. You know what? You can have a second jail door in the wall. That doesn't bother me. Okay. Now we need to make the canteen accessible. Before we do that, we will need to probably go to materials and throw a fence just ever so slightly in an enormous arc around the prison here. Why do we need this? It's kind of one of those better safe than sorry things. Once I build out the foundation, there's going to be a wide open space, and it's possible that some of the walls won't immediately fill in, so prisoners will be able to kind of just walk out of the prison. Now, I don't care how lenient you are about your criminal, you know, rehabilitation / punitive measures. I think if we're gonna have a prison that just lets prisoners walk out, we probably shouldn't even have a prison. Most people probably would choose not to go to prison if given the choice. I don't know, maybe I'm being naive in saying that, but yeah, I don't have that much experience with it personally. However, I do think that having some extra walls here would probably do us a little bit of a favor. I also think that we should put some walls on the outside. I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, how are prisoners escaping? I guess if they tunneled through these pipes, and then they got all the way out to here, they could have made it out. So the idea is maybe that this new fence will stop that. Alright, so it's daytime now. Let's build out our foundation. So first, we're going to demolish these walls right here. Probably these walls right here. Definitely these walls right here. And then we'll build out our foundation. And this should function. I'm not completely sure that it will, but it should. Is my theory, at least. But I've come up with a lot of theories in Prison Architect. Not all of them have been as wildly successful as I would like. Okay. Brick building. Foundation like this. Foundation like this. Alright, if you'll give me a moment, I just want to check on something. Make sure that the settings are working properly here. I believe that they are. Okay. Just don't want to get all the way through this video. I've been having so many computer problems lately. It's like irrelevant to the subject of the series, but at the same time has been exceptionally annoying. And all these settings are changing all the time. It's like I'm trapped in my own prison, you know, Creed style here. It doesn't really make any sense, but I just wanted to make a reference to Creed's 1997 hit My Own Prison. Alright, so I think that this should work properly, and I like the idea of not just having a prison that is like one big ball, or one big box. I like the idea of having like a modular prison that, you know, we could reuse this as like a minimum security wing if we wanted to, or a maximum security wing for that matter. And pretty soon we're going to be able to let in some new prisoners here, which is exciting, I think. Awesome. This pretty much is working according to plan. We do need to stretch out the canteen. Perfect. And then we want jail doors here. Large jail doors, I should say. And this is why you plan this stuff. Because it's actually, you know, working. It took us a long time to actually get it set up. But now that we've gotten it set up, it's functional. Should this not be... Yes, okay, thank you. We will need to bulldoze that wall, but that actually allows us to use that shower the way we want it, or the way it's used right now, and then we could bulldoze the wall after and just combine them. So, let's remove all of our planning for now, because we've already done it, and just see how this is working. Come on, you're telling me you can't install this light? I find it is a little surprising. Let's put it that way. We also are making more money. I think that's probably due, I guess, to having a bonus for no incidents in 4 days. That's pretty good. We'll wait for all the lights and whatnot to get set up here, and we'll probably need to extend an electrical cable like so, and then we are good to go here. And we've effectively expanded our prison kind of surprisingly a lot here. We could also double up on the yard. We could put like a fence. Let's bulldoze this fence. And then just make, like, this area from here to here the yard. And then they can stomp it, which is what I assume is done most of the time. I also think maybe we should hire, like, 2 more guards. You put them here. There we go. And then on deployment, we're going to just want to put them here. That way, they'll be able to open doors for our workmen here. And hopefully, like... I still don't understand how you can't get in here and install this light. It's a little bit surprising to me, but I understand, you know, it's a hard day. You probably don't need that light specifically. I mean, it would be nice for symmetry's sake, but to be honest with you, I probably won't notice after this point. Okay. So I'll be the first to admit that this shower situation looks a little weirdly set up here, but we should get it going anyway. And we'll probably do it like this. You're gonna walk into the shower, you're gonna have like showers like this. Showers like this. And then we're gonna blow out that door. We'll also need utilities. I think this will actually be fine. I don't think anyone's gonna tunnel out of the showers. If I'm mistaken there, then to be honest with you, I'm mistaken there, alright? More credit to them, I guess. To, you know, prove me wrong. Then we will need to install our shower heads as well. We're so close to actually being done here. Being able to open up the second wing of our prison. Obviously, these two are too close together to really generate any extra surface area off of it. That's okay. And then we want like this. And then we want drains. Try it like this. I think that'll work. I don't think we need a room, I should say, like a door. I don't think we need a door on our shower to make this work. So now we have 95 capacity. Do we need more solitary? I think we probably don't need more solitary. We're probably fine with what we've got going on here. They can be walked through here. We'll probably want to close up this, oh my god, are like half of the workmen trapped out here? I really don't want to do this, but I will install a staff door here, which will magically manifest in the workman's face, and then our workmen are finally going to be able to do their jobs. Okay, we have identified the inefficiency in our setup, and now things should get built a lot faster. And our prison is going really well, actually, as far as, like, you know, new inmates, or not new inmates, but a lack of incidents go. Demolish our wall like this. And it's going to look a little hideous for a while, but then we're going to have a much larger shower area. Now, admittedly, part of the problem was that our prisoners were, you know, mingling during the shower times, and by mingling, I mostly mean getting into fistfights with one another. However, I'm hoping our armed guard will solve this problem. And I should probably, if I look at deployment and, like, armed patrols, should probably make our armed guard walk like this. It's kind of a long walk for him. We don't need 3 armed guards, so just the one is fine. But I'm thinking that this will help us out. And we can have shower heads in the air, like, that's not a problem. I prefer to have them anchored to walls whenever possible, just because it's an aesthetic thing, but it's okay. You could just have them pouring down like a fire-suppressing safety, you know, sprinkler system, and it'll work out totally fine for you, possibly. But maybe not. You know, what do I know? That I built a concrete wall instead of a brick wall. Am I gonna be anal enough about this to demolish this wall? Yes, I am. Because I want my prison to be aesthetically pleasing, gosh darn it. You know, there's a little bit of like a Bob Vila, this old house instinct within me. Not much, but a little bit, and I'd like this prison to look good, you know? When you look good, when you have good interior design principles, that makes people feel good. And it gives people endorphins. Endorphins make people happy. Happy people don't kill their husbands. Elle Woods, greatest lawyer of our time. Now, our final thing here, and I kind of wish that I had not destroyed the planning for it, but we want our tables set up. Oh good, a metal detector went off. Why do these tables look offset? They look offset versus the other ones. Are they? I don't think they're off by 1 tile. I hope they're not off by 1 tile. No, when they're built, they look fine. Okay, it was just me being perhaps a little bit over paranoid. And then, what if we put a table here as well? Just expand our canteen. We are going to have a lot of people eating soon. We may want to expand our kitchen as well. Like, it might seem like why are we expanding? We haven't grown. Well, you know, possibly overnight our prison could be twice as large. What time is it? It's like 5 a.m.? I think we'll let in new prisoners today. So let's go to logistics. No, deployment. Yeah, and then this area is no longer going to be unlocked. It'll just be shared now. And then reports, intake. I don't think we should let in 158 prisoners. Let's take in 15 today. Let's take in 12. That's the standard number. That'll take us to 60, and we don't want to take them all in on the first day, even though we'll make more money. It'll also cause us an issue with being able to process them in time. And prisoners that don't get processed end up sitting on that truck. You ever find yourself on like a bus that gets stopped for like an hour, or you're in a traffic jam? Eventually, you gotta do the wild thing. You know, you gotta drop a little bit of concentrated brown evil in the toilet, and you're not gonna be too happy about it if it takes you 12 hours to get involved with that. I feel like this outside area here, can we put down like a floor? No, because there's no foundation. Alright, that's understandable. I don't know what we're going to put out there. We don't need to put out anything out there. This is our, you know, double membrane here. Or our bilipid membrane. But instead of lipids, they're large jail doors. Last thing I wanted to do was serving table. Probably only need 1 for now. And that is located here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Want to maintain like the semblance of symmetry here. I don't know if this is actually symmetrical, but it should allow these prisoners to be served more efficiently. Now, again, in time, we could actually set this up so that we have this as a maximum security wing. We could have different routines for them. For the most part, I try not to mess around with that stuff because I oftentimes end up causing trouble more than I end up saving it. Finally, for the first time in a little while, let's look at our prisoners. Eric Avenger 300 Nosland. Played for the Vancouver Canucks. Arrested for leaving negative reviews of pre-release gaming software, considered armed and extremely opinionated. Alright, I get it. Alex the Husky Engabos, a sheet metal worker who was pushed to his limits and plasma cut a public bus full of pedestrians in half, charged with 82 attempts of homicide. That's messed up, dog. Not okay. Brad played Brad Stankbomb Hass. Can I drag this? Oh, this might cover up the last letter. Brad played so many simulation games he would often mistake them for reality. Confused, he stole a bus, crashed it into a bank, and tried drilling the safe open with a power drill. Upon his arrest, his only words were, "It's payday!" There's like a lot of Payday, the heist references in the game so far. I mean, it's based on like the user-submitted reviews, but still, I find that kind of funny. Were there more that I missed back here? I think there were. Niels Vertbrot Joe de Buur. He liked his bread with sausage, they served him bacon. 2 kitchen workers were found dead the next morning. When he got asked why they call him Joe, he bit off his tongue. Okay. Stuart the Bloody Mackenzie. Stuart the Bloody Mackenzie declared himself King of Scotland. To do this, he stole the Stone of Destiny and forced a cardinal at gunpoint to crown him. He brutally burned alive all who opposed him. He was arrested when the UN invaded. Jim Hardman Steele. This is a great name. Left-wing political assassin. Convicted for killing multiple American terrorist commanders in one room, bribing them all with high-class drugs and even higher-class women. You see this woman? She's even higher class than our black tar heroine, you American terrorist commander. His weapon of choice was an SLK-8 automatic rifle causing total mayhem. I think that's everybody. Alright, come on in. Hello. How's it going? All right. You can take that if you want to, but we better bring it back lest you find yourself in my house of horrors here. Okay. Daily cash flow 3,300 bucks. Still doing well without incidents here. I think I may cut into my profits a little bit to establish an armed guard patrol here. I don't think we need 2. We could probably get away with just the 1. And then we'll hire another. Do I? Oh, no. I already have 4 guards pegged here. And I can't hire any more until I expand that room. Well, what we can do is probably take 1 off of the... you know what? No, I need to expand my, my armory. Why are there only 3 armed guards allowed? Or sorry, 4. Maybe there's only 2 per weapons rack. Let's install another weapons rack and see if that helps us out. The weapons racks are apparently non-rotatable. Please install this quickly. I would very much like this cell block to be handled without incident. This is a just a quick save there. Thank God. Okay. This weapons rack. It's not really where I wanted it installed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Perhaps you could dismantle it. And then we'll place it here instead. There we go. Staff. Armed guards, 4 out of 4. Is it really just that the... Oh, you know what? It's the lockers. I am sometimes a silly dude. But now, at least they don't have to share their weapons racks. We probably... yeah. I'm thinking this guy needs to be searched. We probably should not allow our prisoners to access the armory, even if they are cleaning. He was found with liquor. Man, I actually kind of feel bad now. I thought this guy might have stolen an assault rifle, but instead he ended up, just, they're pretty expensive. I'll just hire 2 for now. Instead, he ended up, just having a little bit of booze on him. I don't feel great about the fact that he's gonna spend some time in solitary as a result of that, but hey, life goes on, I guess. And now we've got to really mess around with our logistics, or sorry, our deployment here. Because that's staff only. This should also be staff only. In fact, this whole town should be staff only. That should not be staff only. So if prisoners are in there, it should be an automatic offense. I don't know if there's like a trespassing offense or something, but Definitely they should not be able to just be in there. Okay, how's the food going? This is important. Everybody's got to eat. The canteen looks large enough. As far as I'm concerned, it looks pretty nice, if I'm being honest here. And then if I look at my reports, needs, safety. Safety's a problem. Freedom's a problem. That, I think, is probably to be expected. Increase the size of your security force, unlock body armor, unlock tasers, build a CCTV monitor, place CCTV cameras throughout the prison. Reform through education. Prison manufacturing facility. Cell block C, raise your prisoner capacity to 100. I mean, we're so close for that. Probably what we want to do is maybe max sex security infrastructure. And maybe prison manufacturing at the same time. And that gives us enough money to really working here. We do have to produce some license plates, which we have not done yet. But we got to build another building to produce those license plates. Maybe we could put a workshop like right here and we could connect it again. I mean, it's kind of wasted space, but also I like having our buildings separated from one another so we can kind of gate them a little bit more effectively. So let's first unlock what we need to unlock. Tasers, body armor, and surveillance. I think we need surveillance to get the CCTV security cameras, so this is sensible for us, even though it looked like we didn't have to do it as an objective. That was a little expensive, but it's okay. Increase the size of your security force. We're 60% of the way, so I think we need 20 guards, which honestly, we could probably do and maybe even afford. Oh, I've made a mistake here. Have you noticed it? Will you be my hero? We should really have metal detectors on our... oh, by the way, how are my capacitors doing? Totally fine. Excellent. We should really have metal detectors on our cafeteria so that people don't end up stealing spoons and making me very unhappy. And we'll just put these right here, which is a terrible decision. Why is this a terrible decision? Very simply because this is going to lead to a lot of congestion in these hallways, but I don't know if we could put like a secondary screening room right next to this and drag the prisoners who violate the metal detector in that way, but whatever. Once we get this electrical cabling installed, this should be fine. I almost feel like we should have 2 more guards. We're going to need them anyway. And I'm actually going to station these guards right here. These guards, your job is exclusively to open and close these doors. This is not going to be a glamorous job. It's not going to pay well. But what it will do is, oh, right, you probably can't install it there, huh? What it will do is give you benefits. There's going to be benefits to this. Health insurance, obviously not full coverage, don't be ridiculous, but, you know, we'll pay the first $100 of your next hospital visit. Isn't that worth it? Let's not turn this, critique on modern prisons into a critique on private healthcare, I guess. It's not my first day on YouTube. I know how this goes. Okay. Unlock body armor. This is not being unlocked because we're doing tasers first. Produce 30 license plates. In order to do that, we need a workshop, if I remember correctly, where you can send your prisoners to die of boredom while making you car license plates. How big does it need to be? 5x5, saw, press, and table. Okay. Let's build ourselves a workshop. And we'll build it like... I mean, the bigger the workshop, that's not really a bad thing. But we'll build it like this. This will be our workshop building, and we'll connect it the same way we've got our other areas connected here. So we'll have a large jail door that kind of like gates entrance here. And then we'll have like concrete walls or brick walls that we can kind of use to control the flow of people from one area to the other. This should be filled. No, it's not even close to filled. I was mistaken there. My apologies. And now it should be filled. Now it should be filled. Yay! Fantastic. Okay. So we will install a large jail door here. And then we will install some brick walls here. And we'll just denote that this is our workshop for now. That's going to be a wall, yeah. So 9 by 13. It's not the largest workshop I've ever seen that hasn't been on display, but it's okay. And eventually, we're probably going to want to have like an exports area around here that the workshop can just feed into directly via a door. Now, I don't know if we want to have prisoners carrying stuff into the exports area. Seems like it could be an opportunity for contraband or something like that, but where are you going? This is not the correct pathfinding, my friend. Moving log to workshop. This, yeah, you don't have to walk around that whole way, man. There's a staff door right here. Okay, we have 12 prisoners that have just arrived. We can continue doing this for a few days. Let's take a look at our bios here. Sentenced to 3 years for indie video game piracy. I like that that's actually built into the game. It's not like a custom crime, I think. Okay. Daniel Steamtador Costa robbed the bank to support his addiction to electronic games. Killed 3 members of the Pirate Bay for saying that buy games was stupid. Arrested 3 times for assaults on game stores on behalf of the gang Steamtador. Kidnapping. Not as fun, I guess. Violent disorder, also too real. Okay. Now these guys. Assault and perjury. Indie video game, that's the same dude. Okay. Handling stolen goods. One day, Captain Gas Ketsa woke up and killed everyone in his cruise ship. It's just uncalled for. They paid to be there. A former network engineer gone bad, Bart Code Cunnings was working for companies to retrieve information from the competition and made pretty good life for himself until he got caught trying to hack into the NSA servers for a laugh. I don't know. I expected the guy with that haircut to have a little bit more of a story, but that's okay. Our workshop is built. The workmen cannot escape. This is okay. We want a door. And I don't know, you might want like 2 doors just in case, but this at least gives them the ability to get in and out of this area, which I think is probably important. And finally, we will throw down a workshop saw. These are very expensive, and they use a ton of power. And then a workshop press. And then a carpenter's table, and these have like L shapes. Oh no, I thought there was a fight. There was not a fight. We just found somebody with garden shears. Which, honestly, there's a real sense of betrayal over that, I feel. We should probably have metal detectors also stopping our prisoners when they come out of the workshop. Like, they shouldn't be in here in the first place, probably. I don't want them stealing those logs. Those logs are expensive, man. I think we also should have a guard stationed in our workshop. We have to hire them eventually anyway. I mean, he doesn't have to be here, because it's probably better to have him around these doors. You know what? I'm going to hire another guard. This is really sloppy, but I'm going to hire another guard and have him just sit in this 1x1 space. You are going to be the door handler for this area, and I hope that's okay. And if it's not, well, you can quit. I'll find somebody else to do the job. Now, these all need to be wired up, electrically speaking, of course. Oh, deaths. 1 today. It was a quiet one. Was it? Oh, maybe it wasn't. It was a strong snitch. Who can say where the wind blows, where the day goes? Only dude, store prisoner in morgue slab. It's a sad way to put it, but very highly realistic. Snitches are a real problem in prison architecture. I've got nothing against them, obviously, but a lot of the prisoners do, and it causes an issue. So we might want to turn these guys into confidential informants or put them in protective custody or something, but for now I'm just excited that we can get our prison, you know, really cooking with gas here. Alrighty, just keep installing that. I can sell the, it's objects, right? Yeah, I can sell the logs here, and we'll make a lot of money. Maybe logs automatically get stored in the workshop because they're oftentimes made here if you have like a forested area. It's not a good idea for this guard to like literally stand there and block that door. Oh, there's no literal table here. Look at this smart guy. Oh, this is gonna be hideous. I planned this whole thing out. I hope this doesn't completely block the space. You know, a crowded workshop is a busy workshop. That's what I've always said. Now, can we, prison labor is in logistics. No, prison labor is in deployment. No, prison labor is in, not intelligence. Prison labor, there we go. Max jobs. Now, in order to actually have prisoners work in here, I believe that we need to, create a classroom. Or actually, maybe just create a program. Let me look at this for a sec. Programs. Parole hearing. It's going. Some people pass. That's exciting. Workshop safety induction. Led by a foreman in a workshop. 2 hours. Each prisoner requires a workshop saw. Voluntary, practical, easy. We need to do this. Hopefully, some people will actually choose to do it. Do we have a foreman? We have a foreman, right? Yeah, we have a foreman. Okay. Beautiful. I think we're going to stop it here for this episode. We've expanded a lot. We're making money. We got a workshop that's going okay. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Again, please keep in mind this is sponsored content, at least until the next episode. So, if you enjoy it, keep in mind it is entertainment, or at least intended as entertainment rather than honest critique. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow with another Prison Architect episode, and see you then. Thanks for watching.